Hi there. A friend of mine posted a meme with these words: measure words carefully and serve words lovingly. And it really struck me and just set me my mind running. And words are so powerful. The Bible tells us that there's life and death in the power of our tongue, and how we use words affect people. And right now words are flying left, right, and center. People are saying stuff that they're turning around and they're apologizing for. And the thing there is, what are they apologizing for? They're apologizing for the word they said, or they're apologizing for your reaction to their words. So how we say words and how we serve them, as they say, to measure them and serve them lovingly. It's just like how we use salt. Salt is a preservative. Salt is seasoning. Salt, will bring flavors in a dish together so that you taste everything. You don't realize it, but you're tasting everything. But the salt does that. So our words have that same kind of power, and if we don't use it correctly, we can shut down people. We can hurt people. Now, using words lovingly does not mean that you always are going to tell people what they want to hear. We have this notion of love, this squishy, warm, heart beating, stomach fluttering kind of love. But the love that holds all of those other kind of loves together is the unconditional love, the agape love. And unconditional does not mean that you can say and do anything you want. But if you love me and you see me going off and wrong and you can't say something to me, then I have to question that love if you see me going off in the wrong direction. So using our words lovingly does not mean that you can't tell somebody no, right? It does not mean that. So that comes in the measuring of the word and serving them lovingly. So this set of words really touched me, because words are so powerful. They're so powerful, and if we're not careful, like I said before, we can strike somebody down. We can stop them. In the land right now, words are going back and forth, and everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants their side of the argument to be heard. But if there's no measurement in the word, if you don't know what you're serving up, if it's coming from a place where you're just saying stuff, yes, you're going to get some kind of action, but is it going to be lasting action? Is it just going to be a response for the moment? Because when we're dealing with on our individual basis with another person, we can tell them stuff because we know that if they hear those words, they will react a certain way and we will get what we want. But that's usually for a very short term, right? Because when they come alive and they realize, you just manipulated me, hopefully they realize you just manipulated them, then it's not long serving. It doesn't get you anywhere. So when we measure the word, just like how you measure salt in food, because if your food don't have no taste, you may not eat it, right? If it's too salty, like the Bible says, all is good for is to be thrown out and trodden underfoot, right? So measure if we have to know. So that means we have to engage with our words. We have to know what's coming out of our mouth. We have to measure them and know what we're saying. And that's how we get results. We get results from measuring our words and then serving them lovingly. And serving them lovingly, as I said before, is not kowtowing to somebody. It's not giving them what they want to hear, but is what they need to hear. So measure your word carefully and serve them lovingly.